They say it when you make a call.
Exactly. I be tired of hearing that shit.
Don't say it like I just be fuck always in jail.
Started with a vision in a dream and nobody see it. I still hustle anyway. They wonder how you supposed to make it. No mistake and all odds against you. Keep grinding, it's okay. And I put the shit on everything. Put that on everything.
I gotta go hard, gotta make it to the top. Yeah.
Put the shit on everything. That's on my daddy grave.
I gotta go hard, gotta make it to the top.
Grind hard every day to what I'm gonna do. Cause the niggas seen the struggle we was going through. That bus station.
What's up, Uno gang? What's up, people of the motherfucking internet? We are back with part 2 to CC Reacts. Crazy ass experience with how she got indicted. So as y'all seen part 1, you know, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share. Do all those good things. And we are going to get right into this motherfucking video.
That's a cute picture.
Yeah. I like that one too.
Yeah, that is good. That's one I think you showed me.
I gotta rearrange my thing for a second, y'all. I'm sorry.
What's good, you guys? I am CC, aka Cecilia Robinson. And for those of you who are new to the channel,
Okay, I'm just gonna say this because I don't know who don't know, but she also write books. I think I said it in the last video, right? She got some. Never mind.
Thank you guys. For those of you who have been around, I thank you even more. You know what I'm saying? I feel good bringing you guys my life like this. This is part 2 of how I got indicted. But first, before we start, I need you guys to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell. Please share the videos. Please, please, please. I'm asking you, please share the videos.
They've been sharing your shit, boss.
We get started once
Let
again.
me go do that.
I talked to Fat Boy.
Gee, listen. When Brooklyn sent me this woman's channel, she was at like 14,000. She's at almost 30,000. She's been doing YouTube for like a month. She actually got a few clips that's all over YouTube. Like, I seen the story time, or the first story time we reacted to. I seen that one like 2.5 years ago when she told the story. And the way she told the story then, it's like totally different. This one got more excited, but that just goes to show, like, when it's your time, it's your time. Yeah. Because she been telling this story. She got like Empire Entertainment, that's her business or something like that. She was telling her story like 2.5 years ago, like I said, and then out the blue, she just started telling her shit a month ago, and her shit blowing up. Like, that's dope as fuck. And you could tell she was raised by some real OGs. She still got some street shit up in her, but that's good. You change your life. Sometimes you gotta get that street shit, put that street shit to the side to be a better person, right?
Especially when you have more kids.
She a thug too. She started having kids. She settled down, didn't you?
No, that's you.
Let's get back to this reaction.
I talked to Fat Boy. Fat Boy said, just let y'all know, he did not sleep with that girl.
He did.
He said he did not sleep with the girl. She slept with the guys. He said no matter what she say, he did not sleep with her. So I just want to clear that part up because, you know, I was on his heels like, yo.
Fat Boy land on his meat. No, I'm just playing.
Long story short, I'm about to get into this part 2. So when I'm leaving up at the hotel, parking lot, the police is pulling in. I'm talking about they speeding in, haul ass, and I'm on the phone with Fat Boys. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling him, I'm like, I don't know if this car was seen leaving the parking lot, the Home Depot parking lot. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So he tell me, he like, yo. He
the
was
bitch
like,
told.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Now, originally, I was on my way to Chicago, you know. But when that happened, all plans was diverted. I decided I'm going back to Philly. So as I'm driving, as soon as I get on the road, good, I get a text message to my phone. So the text message is like, hey, where you at? Like, hey, where are you? Not, hey, where you at? Because that's how I talk. It's like, hey, where are you? And it's from the girl. It's from old girl. So I'm like, what you mean where I'm at? I said, I'm parked where you left me at. She like, I don't see you. You know? So I was like, I don't see you either. So she was like, if the text message supposed to read, it's cold outside. Come and get me. But it said, it's cops outside. Come and get me. This is what the message read. I was like, I'm finna pull up. I told her just like that. I said, I'm finna pull up. I'm pulling around right now. I wish the fuck I would have.
I know.
Right? Wait, so she tried to set her up to get...
I'm gone. I wouldn't give a damn what's going on. You know? So when I start getting those text messages to my phone automatically, I'm like, yo, I got to get rid of this line. So I called my folks in Chicago. I had Boost Mobile as my service. My folks owned a Boost Mobile store. So I called my folks in Chicago like, yo, I need you to change my phone number right now. He was like, right now? I said, change my shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, some shit just happened. I need my number changed right now. I couldn't stop and get a phone. I wasn't finna stop and get a phone. I've never drove straight in my life. I always want to stop and all this. I drove straight. Hands 2 and 10. I promise you, 2 and 10. I'm not looking over to the side. I glanced at the rearview mirror, but I'm talking about I've never drove this straight in my life. So he changed my phone number right then and there. Have it go, you know, I call Fat Boy and I give Fat Boy my number. I give him my number on that phone. I get a call to my other phone, and it's me and Fat Boy mutual friend, the one who told me, you know, just go ahead and do this solid, do this favor. Have he ever steered me wrong?
I wonder, that friend have never steered you wrong? What did y'all have going on for you to tell him, yeah, you gonna look out for the
That's
bitch?
what I'm saying. Because you wouldn't do it for Fat Boy, but you did it for the other one. Like, oh, me and Fat Boy argue all the time, but me and him argue, but it'd be little stuff. But you did it for him. Like, you wouldn't do it for Fat Boy, you did it for him.
I wonder if she smashed him.
They probably had something going on.
He was like, you okay out there? So I'm like, nah. I'm like, that's just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I'm nervous. I'm talking about, once again, my pussy is in my coochie. My pussy is in my coochie.
I hope it is.
This just got real, and I've never been in this situation before. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna get stopped by a state trooper. I don't know none of this stuff. I don't know. So he like, the next
she got my pussy in my pussy. I mean, her in my pussy.
The next question out of his mouth is, what kind of car you in? What? What kind of car
he trying
in?
to set up.
And when you're in a situation like that, when them people is on your ass, or you think them people is on your ass, any question about
everybody's
where
suspect,
you going,
right?
or what you in, or what you wearing, some shit like that, is a no-no. So I'm like, what the fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? I get an attitude, another attitude. What the fuck you mean? What kind of car I'm in? I'm like, what kind of question is that? He like, that's how you gonna talk to me? Hell yeah. What you trying to do?
Right, bitch ass
you know
nigga.
What I'm saying? Are you trying to set me up?
Exactly.
And he was like, nah. He was like, you tripping. No, the fuck you tripping. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for your raggedy ass, I wouldn't have been on this trip. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been on the trip. Fuck Fat Boy. If it wasn't for my folks, because I argue with Fat Boy all day, but I never would have argued with my folks like that. We argue, but it's not like that, because he is not on one of those type of levels. We argue about simple shit. You know what I'm saying? But you told me to go against what I thought. And you know what I'm saying? And have I ever steered you wrong to get me to go some fucking well? And I lied to myself.
Steered your ass wrong as hell.
About the way I felt. You know? So I hang up the phone. I throw that phone out the window. I have nothing more. Now check this out. I drive from Pittsburgh back to Philly. So when I get to Philly, I pull up to the Philadelphia, the airport hotels, where they had their hotels at. I go and check in the aloft under alias. So I call my driver. Now I have a driver. I never really drive myself anywhere. I have a driver. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I'm supposed to do is sit back and get money. If I don't have to drive, I won't drive. Period. My driver make $1,000 a day just driving. That's the only thing he do. Drive me wherever I need to go, no matter what state I'm in. He catching a flight so he can drive. That was his job. So I call my driver to come and pick up the car. You know what I'm saying? I don't park the car in the hotel parking lot. Not the hotel parking lot, but in the airport cell phone parking lot in Philly. Tell him go up there. Tell him where it's at. Tell his ass to go up there and get it. Now here's the thing: when you have cards and IDs, when you doing any type of crime, the crime I was doing, and you on the road, you take the cards and shit. But I'm being so small and flat and stuff, and you stick them inside the doors and stuff. You know, that way, if you just get pulled over, you don't have this shit on you. It's contraband. I'm using the prison word. It's contraband. You know what I'm saying? You don't have this on you. This is a whole case. These are cases. There are multiple cases. You know what I'm saying? Each ID and each card is a multiple case. It really is. It's a multiple case. So, my driver was supposed to come pick up the car.
He clearly didn't do something.
She ain't do much time. She ain't do much time to have.
SUV, and he was supposed to take it and strip the car down. When I say strip the car down, I mean snatch the doors off, pull the roof down, and get whatever contraband is in there. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to take that shit and get rid of it. Destroy it. This motherfucker comes pick up the car. He come and pick up the car and then just go park it. Excuse me. He just go park the shit and on some random street. On some random street.
Leave that.
You know what I'm saying? How fucking stupid. Which he did a lot of stupid shit, but how stupid? Okay, I didn't know this. So when I asked him, did he strip the shit down? Tell him, yeah. So for a couple of days, I didn't want to say nothing to nobody. So on that third day, you know what I'm saying? Fat boy called me like, yo, did you talk to a girl? Why the fuck would I be talking to her? You know what I'm saying? Yo, you got to get a phone so she can call. Now it's been 3 days. You know what I'm saying? I have to get a lawyer. I have to get a lawyer for her. You know, I have to get a lawyer for her. And he want me to get a phone. So she can call.
But dude responsible for y'all.
Right, that boy should be responsible for
I say,
him.
I'll get a phone and give it to you. Now, mind you, her going to jail, the cost for her lawyer, buying, everything is on me. Because she was with me, and I did not follow proper procedure of this whole thing. I supposed to been on the phone with her on her ass. Instead, I had an attitude. It just is what it is. I had an attitude because I didn't want to be there with the bitch, and so I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? That was my fault. That really was my fault, and I argue with Fat Boys about it to this day. But that was my fault. You know what I'm saying? I could put that part off on him, but it's not. It's really my fault because I'm supposed to be on the phone with her. So, cool. I go call and get her a lawyer. The retainer for the lawyer is $10,000. You know
Damn.
Boom. I got a phone. I get the lawyer.
She got it.
He said he gonna show up in court.
Hell yeah, making 42 a day. Fuck.
When
She
I
better
get
have
Fat
it.
Boy the phone, he called up there to the counselor. She was in ACJ, Allegheny County Jail. He called up there to the counselor and give a girl the number to give to her so he can call. So she can call him. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out. The lawyers show up in court for her. You know what I'm saying? They get her a bond. She don't want to bond out. So when she do call Fat Boy, and Fat Boy like, yo, I'm
Who
trying
the
to pay your
fuck
bond.
don't want to bond now?
Right.
What's up? She said, no, let me stay here just in case.
Cause she telling.
They give me some time. Now, what had been discovered yet, I'm going to say this again, what hadn't been discovered yet is this bitch was out on parole for robbing pawn shops in Vegas. Excuse me, with her and her friends.
So, could she get out? She can't get out.
That hadn't been discovered yet. You know what I'm saying?
She on parole, so she on the
Another
PO
thing
hold.
that hadn't been
Right, so
discovered
she can't
is,
get out.
we'll get to that. So,
This video is really
Fat Boy
glitchy.
is
It's
carrying on
not
a
my
normal
phone.
conversation, a normal relationship with this bitch, and he talking, he asking her about money. I mean, he having a real conversation with her. To people who don't know about jail calls,
Everything
those
is
phones
recorded.
Are recorded. Any phone call you make.
They say it when you make a call.
Exactly. I be tired of hearing that shit.
Don't say it like I just be always in jail. I went to jail one time in this relationship. Well,
And you call me all day. I never.
Well,
knew
I went to jail twice
I
this
never.
relationship.
That don't really count. I never knew a person in jail could call that fucking much.
nigga, I got
And
money.
that
Fuck
late.
you mean? I'ma call whatever the fuck I was. She like, why? How you keep calling, nigga? Because my calls is paid for. Fuck you mean? But if you hit option 1, that's for a private call, but they still can hit those private calls too.
Yeah.
You got me fucked up. Next time I go to jail, well, ain't no next time, but I ever go to jail, I'm tearing that motherfucking line up. Just like
I
I'm
ain't
tearing
talking
that
about
ass
that.
up.
I ain't never know a person in jail could call that much.
Oh yeah.
Like y'all, I thought y'all get on like times where y'all can call, times where y'all can't. You called like back to back, like no matter what
It
time
also
it was.
depends where you at. The county I was in, shit, it was only like
I don't know.
10 of us
I don't
in
know
there.
about jail shit. I answer the first call, free call ever, and I don't know nothing else after that.
Oh, you gonna answer every motherfucking call I got. Find a card, use a card, call, answer my calls. Fuck you mean? I want something. I ain't even want shit though.
You did.
You miss me when I was in jail?
You couldn't sleep, huh? Oh no, you could. You were sure with the sleep on that bed.
The phone calls are recorded, so they are recording their phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Stacking up evidence, stacking up fucking evidence, stacking up evidence. Alright, boom. So after she go to court, you know, but of course I don't want to talk to the lawyer. So Fat Boy like, man, call a lawyer and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on since she didn't want to bind out. So I call him. I say, hey, you know, this Cecilia Robinson. I was calling about the, you know, the case who after bail. This motherfucker tell me I can no longer talk to you or discuss the case with you for the simple fact you are a co-defendant. How the fuck am I a co-defendant? I wasn't.
How she know her real name?
So I get off the phone.
No, because she paid the lawyer. Mm-hmm. So not only did the girl snitch, the lawyer snitched, and he made her co-defendant. So now everybody looking for your ass, and you trying to help this stupid bitch. The bitch was a rat. Because in the first place, you already got some bullshit going on in Vegas. She was never supposed to toll on this girl. That's why you don't fuck with new people. Ain't no way to fuck out of toll.
You know what I'm saying? I fire him and
I'd have bust on that bitch on sight.
That's another $10,000. You know what I'm saying? But immediately I get on the phone and I tell Fat Boy, I said, this bitch telling. She telling. Fat Boy, she not telling. She ain't talking. I said, the lawyers just called me a fucking co-defendant. You know what I'm saying? He just called me a co-defendant. Man, she not telling. I'm telling you, the bitch ain't telling. How do you know this? He keep in contact with her. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. 6 months motherfucking later. 6 months later.
Don't tell me this bitch didn't caught. Well, she got caught eventually.
So, since she was with her, she got caught up. That means she had to pay for the lawyer, which means if they do find out somebody else is with her, it's going to be her in trouble because she fucked up. I feel like they was going to know she had something to do with it for her to even call and get a lawyer.
Yeah.
That's what,
right, that's that goofy ass calm shit.
You know, I like to eat. Chicken is my favorite thing. It just is what it is. I'm in Philly, riding down the nice little streets and shit, stop at Popeye's Chicken, give me some chicken, and I pull up.
This is the story she told like 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
North Philly, you know what I'm saying?
Didn't go nowhere.
And I'm sitting there.
Yeah, only got like 17,000 views.
I'm eating my chicken.
I mean,
you know
1,700
I'm on some lazy
views.
shit, some fat shit. I ain't got shit to do. I'm just riding around, chilling. So down the street, like straight down this fucking street, I see a SWAT.
See, you see the way she even telling the story.
And I see
the way she's telling the story. If you go back to that video like 2 years ago, she told the story, but it was the cinematic of the story was like, you could tell she been doing her research on YouTube, because that was like on some, maybe she had just got out of jail, she was sitting in the car, you know, and they was just riding, versus now she having one-on-one, actually talking to the camera. She got the music playing, you know. She did her research and shit.
Jumping out, and I see them niggas, I see them running, I see them kicking his door, I see them running the crib, and I'm like, damn, eating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fat ass.
what they got going on around here? So like down the block, you know what I'm saying? Like a block down, the same shit is going on. Same shit is going on. Never in a million fucking years did I think these motherfuckers was looking for me. It didn't click in my head. It did not click in my head.
Did she say she was on her block?
To me, none of that.
She said the block.
Now,
okay.
I leave Philly.
That's how I felt when the U.S. Marshals came for my ass. G. Did I ever tell you about that, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Them motherfuckers had big ass
You ran out the back door?
I tried to run out the back door. Them motherfuckers. I'm like, oh shit! I'm just taking the garbage out. That shit was crazy. It just.
I'm gone for a month. You know what I'm saying? I go to Memphis. I'm gone for a whole month.
She give me PTSD.
In Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Doing what I gotta do. My kids is at home in Philly. Kids at home in Philly, going about their daily routine, this, that, and the third. So on the 30th day, I leave Memphis. I'm on my way back. We drive from Memphis back to Philly. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. Because I done been on the road for 30 days doing whatever I do. I get home, soon as I settle down in the bed, you know, the kids is gone, they gone. I get back early as shit. The kids gone to school. Soon as I get comfortable in the bed, my phone ring. It's Fat Boy. So I'm like, hello? So he was like, hey, why don't you run up to Boston real quick? I just got
So
back.
6
He
months
like,
later,
go up to Boston
then
real
she on the
quick,
run
go
for
up to
30
Boston.
days?
You know, so I'm like,
I just got
gee,
lost.
I
Me
just
too.
got home.
I
ain't
wonder
seen my
what she was
kids
doing
in
the
a
whole
month.
6 months.
You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen my kids. None of this. He was like, man, just go up to Boston. He was like,
Okay,
stay out there
so
for a day.
6 months later,
6 months after the lawyer said she was a co-defendant, so clearly they was already had her name down on paper that she was the other person.
right? So okay,
So you just went free the whole time. They wouldn't even look for it. They let it die down. They
right.
didn't come to
So
get her.
to try to catch her at a bank again type shit. Is this fair shit?
Yeah, collect more charges.
Normally I argue. I didn't even argue with him. What I did is I went to go get my kids an early dismissal from school. I took them, bought them some shoes. We went to go eat, went to the movies and everything.
She burned
I had
them up.
already called my driver and say, yo, this the plan. We going up to Boston. You know what I'm saying? We're going to drive up there. We're going to come back tomorrow night. We're going to go up there and see what it's hitting for. We're going to come back tomorrow night. You know, I had no fight in me. I was too fucking tired. I had no fight in me. So my daughter, I remember my daughter telling me, like, Mom, you just got home. We ain't seen you. And I tell my daughter, like, yo, in order for y'all to live the lifestyle that y'all live, I have to do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? This is how we eat. This is how I take care of y'all. This is my job. You know, and this is what I tell my daughter. Now, I never take clothes on the road. I never take clothes and shit on the road or money for the simple fact I like to shop while I'm on the road. That's what I do. I shop in the malls. I go in the banks during the day and I shop in the malls during the night. So, as I'm talking to my daughter, unbeknownst to me,
This
like
angel.
unconsciously, I'm packing a bag.
With
You know what I'm saying?
kids.
I'm
Right.
like 4 outfits, 4 pair of shoes, and I throw $4,000 on the counter. I tell my daughter, I say, tomorrow take your sisters to the Africans, get their hair braided. It was time for their hair to get braided. Take your sisters to the Africans, get y'all hair braided. I said, take y'all friends out to eat. I said, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? I throw $4,000 on the counter. No lie. There's $1,000 for each one of them, so they can do whatever they need to do while they was out there. And my driver pull up. You know what I'm saying?
because she was pregnant
And
in
it was
jail.
an issue with the cars. I wanted to switch cars. I wanted to switch cars. But I ended up getting into one of my cars. We got out of his cars and I got
Folks
into one
are
of the cars
glamour
I
out
had.
here.
You know what I'm saying? And which is I still can't figure out why I did this shit to this day. I'm talking about everything was just off a little bit, you know. So we go up to Boston and all this other shit, and I bust Boston down. I'm talking about do my shit. So when I got done, we were supposed to me and my driver was supposed to leave and go back to Philly, but I was tired. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I got a
fuck it,
call.
I'm just gonna stay another.
I don't know why my do not disturb wasn't on.
Day. So when I talked to Fat
said,
Boy, he
fuck
was
it, she
like, man,
gonna stay
yeah, go
another
ahead and
day.
stay another day. He said, my people coming up there. He said, I need you to grab them from the airport. You know what I'm saying? Hook them up with a car from the airport. And he said, man, you shouldn't just come on back. You know what I'm saying? I said, all right. Once again, I don't got no fight in me. I ain't tripping that he running my ass around like I really work for him. I ain't tripping about none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Cool. So I go to sleep. I told to my children, I go to sleep. 4:30 a.m., Fat Boy calls my phone. He said, he said his people would be there. They land at like 6. He asked me to pick him up, and I'm taking him directly to the, the airport so we can, grab a car. And he said, leave the car you're in. He said, leave that car at the airport. He said, we'll get you another car when you come back this way. You know what I'm saying? This was a throwaway car. However it goes, 6 o'clock, I'm there in the parking lot, me and my driver, and his people come out just to show a shit stain. I go up in there, get a new car. So it's 3 cars. So go up in there, we do
Why
our
did they
shit.
take 3
so
cars?
after we get the rental cars, I
The people
leave
came
that
in
car
from
we was
town,
initially
had
in
one.
the parking lot.
She had a new car to switch up
But
the old one.
at this point, it's like
supposedly.
7:30, almost 8 o'clock. She wants to see if she could go into a bank, like a bank branch. She wants to test out the work before we parted ways. Just in case, you know what I'm saying, she needs to grab something from us. Long story short.
Cam!
I call Fat Boy when we get to the first bank. You know what I'm saying? When we get to the first bank, he's not answering the phone. My driver called Fat Boy, he's not answering the phone. A girl called the Fat Boy, he's not answering the phone. One of my phones ring, and it's another friend of ours named Peebo. May you rest in peace. So me and
I'm about to say, damn, she's still spilling names.
So I didn't answer. So he called me again. I didn't answer. So he called me again. I didn't answer. So he called me again.
What the fuck you want?
Yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Me and him do not get along. We don't get along. What's up? So he say, Cece, where's your kids at? So I look at the time. It's like 8:30.
Nope. Come on. Hey. What the shit you crying for? Come on, let's go eat. Tired?
Kiva, take him downstairs or something. Damn. He needs to go downstairs.
He going downstairs with me. Kiva, where's my stuff at? No, that's my stuff. You go downstairs. He downstairs with me, sir. They downstairs with me. Come on, TT. Come on. Be quiet.
Niggas can't even shoot videos with kids, bro. That's why I'm gonna be fucking with YouTube. Because my kids...
This point. I'm like, shit, they in school. I'm like, what you need to get in my house? I had a credit card machine
At
in
this
my
point,
house.
I need to make
You know
sure
what
I'm
saying?
still
thinking maybe
screen
he need to
recording.
get into the house to, maybe he need to get into the house to use the machine because he can't get in the hub. Like, this is... common, like, normal shit is running through my head. Not nothing extreme. He say, Cece, he say, find your kids. So I'm like, now when somebody call you and ask you to find your fucking kids, automatically that blows you. It's like, the fuck you mean, find my kids? So I'm calling my kids' phones. My kids is not answering the phone. My children are not answering the phone. Then I'm like, bitch, call the
This
school.
video real
You know what I'm
glitchy,
saying?
CC.
I call the schools. All my children are in attendance at school. So I call him back. I'm like, my kids at school. Why, what's up? He said they got Fat Boy. Who got Fat Boy? He say they ran up in his spot and they got him. He said the feds, the police, they got him. Once again, my heart
Pussy
made its way to my
is in
Gucci.
your ass.
I could not believe it. And he say, they're looking for you. I'm like, who? Who looking for me? He said, the police looking for you. CC, you cannot go to your kids. He said, your kids need to meet you in New York. He said, if you go back to Philly trying to go to your kids, he said, that's how they gonna get you. He said, okay, none of us had no contact with you. He said, because the people want you. I'm talking about everything in me, like, ran on the ground. Everything in me ran on the fucking ground. Everything in me ran on the ground. I could not believe it. So I'm like, okay, he said, CC, he was like, you need to dump these fucking phones. He said, everybody's phones have been tapped. He said, I'm telling you, everybody's phones have been tapped. He said, I'm finna throw these shits away right now. He said, y'all need to get new phones. You know what I'm saying? He hang up. He ain't say goodbye, nothing. He hang the fuck up. So I look up with my driver. I didn't even realize that he was on the on the phone. And the look on his face was like he saw a ghost. I look back at old girl. She's on the fucking phone. She's pale. I'm talking about this bitch is pale. You know what I'm saying?
Is it a
so
white
everybody
bitch?
is him and her hang up the
light
phone at the
skin?
same time without saying a word. And mind you, we ain't even separated the car. We ain't even separated the cars yet. You know what I'm saying? So
they
he
still
just
at the
pull off.
airport.
He pull off. He pulled directly off and started heading for a Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So he Googling this shit, looking for a Walmart. He pull up into a Walmart parking lot, and we went up in Walmart, and we up in Walmart breaking phones, brand new phones and breaking phones. These people looking at us like we fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? We get that shit, and everybody's saying like, yo, he telling me like, man, CC, they looking for you. And she like, man, I ain't got shit to do with this war after ban and all this. It's like now, you know, everybody looking at me. It's like I'm diseased or some shit. I'm blue. You know what I'm saying? He like, well, I don't want you in a car with me. And she, well,
No, that's right.
another car, all this other shit.
Harbor the fugitive.
I gotta get back in that other car, the initial car we was in. You know what I'm saying? So we go back to the parking lot and he stay in that car. You don't know, he give me a hug first. You know, he give me a hug. He stay in that car. She get in the other car that we had went in there and got, that I had went up in there and got. And me, I get in the old car. The old car I had. You know what I'm saying? So I called my daughter. No, I sent her a text. I sent her a text like, yo, this is your mom. You need to call me when you get out of class. You know what I'm saying? Then I call up. That wasn't satisfying me enough. I call up to the school and tell them to pull my daughter out of class. You know what I'm saying? I need to speak with her. So they go pull her out of class and she come down. She get on the phone. I'm like, no, listen. I was like, when you get out of school, you need to call me immediately. I was like, I can't come to y'all. I said some shit that happened. I said, they got Fat Boy. I said, I'm going to need you to get your sisters and I'm going to need you to come to New York. You know what I'm saying? This girl is a kid. Like 14, 15 years old. You know? So she was like, I knew something was wrong. I'm like, what you mean? She said, when I got up last night to use the bathroom, I got like these big ass picture windows in my kitchen. I lived in a loft. She say, and we from Chicago, so we know motherfucking police. When we see them, whether they marked, unmarked, none of all of that shit, we know them. She said when she got up to use the bathroom, she said she went in the kitchen to get her something to drink. She said it was a black truck with blacked out windows parked in the parking lot, but you could see the computer. They had the computer up. You know what I'm saying? So all the time they was casing the fucking house. She said, and then she said when they got ready to walk to school, now she had to drop her siblings off at school first before she got to school. She said the fucking police was following them. The police was following them. I said, okay, cool. I said,
oh God, the fucking ad.
Harassing the kids. Dang.
I feel like I'm in the story and shit.
Your ass seem like you're a character in the story. As long as you ain't the snitch.
Hell no, that bitch, man, listen, don't fuck with no snitches.
Y'all come to New York. I said I'm in Boston. I'm 2 hours away from New York. Y'all in Philly. Y'all a couple hours away from New York. I said we meet up in the center. When she got out of school, she got her siblings. You know what I'm saying? Have it go. When I told them to get on a bus to come to New York, the bus driver wouldn't allow them to get on the bus without an adult present because the bus driver thought they were running away.
It's the glitching for me,
you know
y'all.
What I'm saying? So I tell Nana, I say, listen, I said, just go back to the house. I said, go back to the house and pack up whatever y'all can. I said, you stay there and wait for me. At this point in time, I didn't even know they had already kicked in my fucking door right in my house. You know what I'm saying? So they just left a sticker there. Left a sticker. So my kids went up in there and gathered whatever they could, and they had to stay there and wait on instructions. You know what I'm saying? Now, I had to call Chicago. I had to call one of my people in Chicago and tell them, yo, I had to tell him everything that was happening. He was keeping my money. I need you to pull that money up out the bank, and I need you to come get my fucking kids because I cannot get my kids. You know what I'm saying? He stopped everything he was doing, and that motherfucker got on the plane. We came up with a plane. We came up with a plane. He got on a plane and took his ass to Jersey. Now, when he got to Jersey, he notified me. I was still in Boston. He said, come to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Come to Philly. Meet me at the airport in Philly. You know what I'm saying? So I drove. Oh, I'm talking about ass cheeks clenched. I did not want to drive. I didn't know if they had this car or not. I didn't know if they had the license plate or whatever. I'm a wanted chick at this point. You know what I'm saying? So we
my ass cheeks clenched right now.
Shit. In Philly. He was in Trenton, New Jersey. He said, what I'm gonna do, because I was gonna go to him. He said, nah. He said, I'm gonna take a taxi. He said, call the girls and let them know I'm coming. He said, I'm gonna take a taxi. I'm gonna get them, bring them back to Trenton, and we gonna catch a flight in the morning. You know what I'm saying? He said, once we get on that flight, he said, I'm going to send you a text. He said, you hop on the road to Chicago. And that's exactly how my kids got the fuck up out of Philly. Now, my plan was when I got to Chicago, I had to put my kids in school. I couldn't turn myself in and no shit like that until I made sure my kids were straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm a single mom. So, and this is another thing. Here's another thing. I'm going to tell you about that part. I don't don't think. Listen, that plan went well. He got my kids. They caught a flight. I hopped on the road to Chicago. The dude I was dealing with, you know, he on the phone, quiet, crying the whole time. This, that, and the third. His little life changing before his eyes. I'll tell y'all about that another time.
His little life, because he was crying and shit.
And I'm getting text messages now with the news reports and shit saying that I'm wanted and all this other shit. Now this shit is starting to come in. You know what I'm saying? Now I
It's
really
registering to your ass.
Now, I gotta say, when you doing a motherfucking crime, when you're doing a crime, if you cannot take the heat, you shouldn't be doing the shit.
Gee, that's exactly why. Listen.
What?
That's why I got the fuck. Listen. I had my little plays. I played. I seen. I'm like, oh, hell no. That look like fair time. Bitch, I ain't doing. Who?
Yo, cute ass gonna squeeze your tiny ass up in them orange suits.
Nah,
cute.
fuck that. Not no
A
more.
single mom with all my kids. And I take
Shout out to
damn
Kiva
good
for
care of
changing my life.
You know what I'm saying? I took damn good care of my kids. Yet you got a bitch who don't even got custody of her motherfucking kids that came in and destroyed all my shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like this shit.
The Toya bitch ain't got her kids?
Mind-boggling to me. Bitch, if you know you gonna always want to run your motherfucking mouth and you can't do no jail time, why the fuck is you committing crimes? Go work in Nordstrom's or Barney's or some shit like that was beautiful. This shit get ugly. And I hate that my life and my children's lives were transformed like that because of bitch. It just is what it is.
But no. Because she's the bitch that transformed her life. You're the bitch that allowed this bitch. You're the bitch that had the attitude and was mad at the stupid bitch. That's why you went on the phone with the bitch.
And then follow your first mind.
You're the bitch who didn't follow your first mind, so take some accountability now. It's your fault. It's not that bitch fault. That bitch ain't got her own kids, so she don't give a fuck about shit. She just spitting shit out and leaving it.
They got a long rap sheet already.
I get to Chicago, they get to Chicago, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't even see my kids like that because they was at the police was at old addresses. They was around my kids' school. They was at my kids' grandparents' house and everything. I had to literally see my kids and like tell my kids to meet me at a Family Dollar. Y'all go in first, going out full, and I pull up. You know what I'm saying?
This'll be a dope ass movie.
Shit, look, I'm a big girl.
I want to be a
big girl
on the set.
You know what I'm saying? Linebacker type. Body bitch. It is what it is.
I'll play you in your movie.
All this other type of shit.
No, I ain't playing no jail scene.
Just to go hug my motherfucking kids. I gotta meet my kids in the back of Pepe's and shit. Just to hug them and tell them I love them.
Hey, no, Pepe's got some
CPD
fat ass.
was cool than a motherfucker up in my kids' school because they knew I was on the run. It wasn't no secret I was on the news and shit. They knew I was on the run and they knew my kids because my kids went there for a while. But the motherfuckers let me get my kids straight and they didn't bother me. They all like they ain't see my ass and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? All you motherfuckers ain't bad. I appreciate that. But that's how I got my kids up out of Philly and this is going to conclude.
That's it?
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that was 40 minutes.
Damn, for real?
Damn, she's such a thug, G. She's a fucking thug.
She a smart, white-collar criminal. I said crime.
Listen.
Criminal.
She was raised by some real OGs, man. You see the thug all in her. The thug is still up in her. And, you know, I just want to say, I can appreciate somebody telling this type of jail time. This type of jail experience. It's not easy to get on YouTube and tell your whole life. You get what I'm saying? There's gonna be all type of weirdos in the comments. Her shit is really interesting, so I doubt if she have any weirdos. Please stay out the comments if you ever happen to see any of my videos. But, you know, because the comments would disturb the shit out of you.
But she blowing up, so she gonna have some people that agree with her.
And it, honestly, we don't know the work she's putting in. With YouTube, it's like a hit or miss. You don't know when it's gonna be your time. You could be up here one year and down here another. You see, man, my views went from, you know, up to down to up to down to down to down. And then you gotta stay consistent with this shit. But her being interesting like this, all she gotta do is stay consistent because she started a couple years back. Like I said, her first video, she did this same story. But it just didn't hit. And then the video is posted on Unlisted, so you actually gotta have the link to see that video, and that's on somebody else's channel. But she doing interviews now. She doing all type of shit.
Unlisted?
Unlisted is where you gotta have the actual link to share the video.
I know. I wonder why they got it on Unlisted though.
I don't know. It's on somebody else's channel. Once I watched the first video like 3 nights ago, I found it on Facebook. Hopped in the inbox. Nigga, you want to shoot a movie? Cause I'm a film student. Let's work.
Yeah, I know Unlisted.
She got a whole little she got a lot going. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get somewhere. As y'all can see, I'm dropping music videos. I got a couple more finna shoot. I want to be a producer. Like, I ain't go to Florida to do film school for 7 months for nothing. I got to pay them people thousands and thousands of dollars back. I got so much equipment in my room. My room ain't even finna be my room no more. I'm finna turn into an office. So all it takes is you got the nice plan. You have a blueprint. All it takes is to stay dedicated. You gonna do that shit. And like I told y'all before, I'm gonna really do some shit on this film shit. I done tried overhead electrician, lineman work, attempted construction, I done attempted cosmetology, I done attempted so much shit. And I let other people get in my head about me having epilepsy and let that shit disturb me. When it come down to this film shit, I ain't stopping. Anything you want to say, babe?
Nope.
Y'all know what I say I'm leaving because I gotta go? Get your bitch ass on, man. Uno and out, baby.